Senator Strickland, can you get the back door for us? And you do it well, my friend. Thank you, Senator. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll call the meeting of the House Higher Education Committee together. We are to order and together. Thanks for being here, those that can. Thank you for those joining online. I do not have my computer with me today, so I'm going to lean on Miss George for the members and the speakers online. We have two items on which we have available for us to take action. The first, we're going to hear from the author. No changes to Senate Resolution 154. Senator, do you have any additional information you want to offer us? Let me find a place to turn you on here. Wireless mic. Yes, there you go.
I was glad I had a Georgia Tech student right here close at hand in case I had.
Senator, he is actually also an aerospace engineer.
I understand.
Up at Team Higher Ed, we refer to him as our resident rocket scientist. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Well, this ain't rocket science, Mr. Chairman. This Senate Resolution 154, I would just add a couple of things. This is the Joint Study Committee for Strengthening Georgia's Future Workforce, and appreciate the attention and time that the committee gave the bill in the earlier hearing. I would point out to you, I believe I did not, but 40 people signed this bill in the Senate, both parties well represented. It's very much a bipartisan issue and supported, as you heard, by the business community, very full-throated endorsement of this. And we would hope a best case scenario with our 10 members of the legislature and 7 other appointees on the committee that we're going to move Georgia closer to meeting our workforce needs through means scholarship program that meets the needs of needy students. As opposed to merit-based, it would be needs-based. And that's quite a job to sort out what that would look like and where the revenues would come from. And that's the task that with passage of SR 154, we would set ourselves on a path to do that. And appreciate the committee's input and Secretary Bentley's strong message of inclusion of the HBCU leadership and community, looking at the estimable contributions and the fact that we have more HBCUs in Georgia than any other state in the union. And that's going to be thank you for that great input. If you have any questions, I'm happy to respond, and otherwise I'd ask for the committee's favorable support, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. I don't see any questions. Let me do mention to the committee, we're going to do, as we did our last meeting, we're going to hear from all the bills and we'll come back and vote them all after we hear them. And we're going to do that. Senator, if you could, you may wait with us. I think you're probably going to get favorable reaction to your measure, but you're welcome to wait with us. But if you depart, please let your colleagues in the Senate know that we're moving along with the business of Georgians over here, and we hope any bumps in the road that might have seemed evident by their immediate abrupt adjournment this afternoon, we hope we'll move back online starting Monday.
That's
and get that on
as
this committee continues to work with our Senate colleagues to get about the business of Georgia. So we'll, if there are questions about the item, we'll take those now. Otherwise, we'll come back and vote all the measures together. That'll give the folks online the opportunity to be here for all the votes. I see no questions, Senator.
Thank you,
the next item we have is Senate Bill 107. Note that, as I mentioned, Senator Strickland, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
As I mentioned, there was an update that we needed, and that should be in your packet, LC 490520. Let me get to the right page. That is on, it's on page 7. It's on line something 7 and something 8. My copies are cutting off the line numbers, but it's paragraph 6 is the new language. What we were trying to do there in the earlier version, we were referring to HOPE eligibility for the students, and that we had to be careful with that because that would have inadvertently omitted folks that graduated from, that were in the foster system but graduated from a high school outside Georgia. So this is belt and suspenders to require the participants to be a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident alien that meets the definition of a non-citizen. Senator, with that, do you have anything further for us on the
No, sir,
item?
I just appreciate y'all's work on the bill. That's why we have this process. Thank you for helping make the bill better.
Yes, sir. And I think, again, Senator, I would agree with you that, and draw the committee's attention to the last page of the bill, right before Section 3. Again, I'm missing part of the line numbers there. I see it as something 3 and something 4. But you already had the public benefits section alluded to in Georgia Code.
Yes.
So you weren't trying to do anything nefarious there. We just belt and suspended that
Oh, no,
for you.
know-
And we appreciate you working with us
Yeah,
on that.
you're clear on what our intent obviously was, and I'm not personally sure if we need the other language, but obviously it wouldn't hurt, so why not? And so I appreciate your work on this, make sure that the bill does do exactly what we intended to do.
Right. We thank you and Governor Florida Leader Reeves and the folks from DFACS for working with us on that. Did we have folks, you had a couple of folks signed up to speak?
Yes, but none of them are on Zoom unless they're in the room.
Okay, we don't see folks on Zoom. If they're outside, we have Mr. King, Ms. Stamper, and Ms. Gomez.
Anybody speak on 107?
If not, I have spoken to the 2 of the 3, and staff has spoken to the 3rd. Their concern was about the availability of this to folks that were not documented. Again, we have spoken to that today, so we're going to move forward if we don't see them. Does the committee have any questions for the gentleman? I haven't, it says member number 5. Is that you, Representative Wiedauer? You have a question?
I was just going to, at the appropriate time, make a motion to pass.
Okay, we're gonna come back to that, and I'll recognize you at that point. Any questions for the gentleman? Thank you, Senator. If there are no questions on that, we've completed that. We now are going to go back in the order that we heard the bills. We have before us, we've heard this multiple times, same item that came over from the Senate, Senate Resolution 154, LC 490495S. That is available to the committee for action. What's the pleasure of the committee? I have a motion due pass. Is there a second? Have a motion, multiple seconds, that this item move forward to the rules with a due pass recommendation. Is there discussion? Discussion on the motion? Anyone online? No further discussion. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed, no. Chair, here's no one against, and we'll record that as unanimous. You move on to rules with a due pass recommendation, LC 490495S, Senate Resolution 154. Thank you, Senator. See you back there.
Sorry, I just need to.
You good? We now have before us substitute to Senate Bill 107 LC 490520S. Representative Wiedauer.
Make a motion to pass.
Have a motion due pass. Is there a second? Have a motion and a second to this item due pass on the rules. Is there discussion? Discussion on the motion?
Not on this motion, I have a comment.
Yes, ma'am. Discussion. Here, online, we're good? Hearing no further discussion, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, no. I hear a unanimous vote, and we'll move Senate Bill 107 by substitute, LC 490520S on the rules. We're on the rules. That completes the items. We do have, what number are you going to be there? Press that. The Secretary of the Committee.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to just make a comment for those viewers outside of the state capitol that may be watching, that was planning to, wanted to hear Senator Lester Jackson's bill presented this afternoon, Senate Bill 97. Can you, Mr. Chair, share where we are on that particular piece of legislation?
Yes, ma'am. To the Secretary of the Committee, I thank you. We spoke with Senator Jackson. We're allowing him to continue to work on that. We think there's a minor technical flaw in the language that would actually not, what the senator's trying to do, the language of the bill may not be exactly correct to do that. So we're going to give him the opportunity over the next day or so to work with folks to get that right, because we want to make sure we don't go backwards. And it's very difficult if we move it out of committee to do anything with it in rules and get it back. So we have gotten a time to meet on Monday, and we will let you know if we need to do that. But that's the reason that Senate Bill 97 is not being heard today. We had talked about doing that. I'm sorry. Reeves. So that's the reason we're holding on Senate Bill 97. We do have a couple other measures that we will work on next week. And so I'd ask the committee to stay in tune to your email, and we'll get notices out as we're continuing to work on those items and get them ready if they're ready to go this year.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. No further business before the committee. We'll stand adjourned without objection. Without objection, we're adjourned.